survival house.
McFly, is anybody home? McFly, is this thing on?
What's
Hi,
that?
everybody. What's going on, everybody? So it is Wednesday. It doesn't feel like Wednesday because it was a holiday week, and I've been amongst the white collar workers the last 11 years, 12 years. So
Oh, okay.
I get Todd fucking knows this.
I know.
Todd, it's like our buddy Pat fucking ripping me in that fucking short you made where you're like, Todd looks fucking bored. He's heard the story a million times. I'm like, Todd's the one's like, oh. I'm like,
really?
no. I'm like, Pat, yeah, maybe you heard this story fucking 15 years ago, but the people on the camera didn't. The camera, I'm the person on the camera. The people watching, but happy Wednesday. To me, it feels like not Wednesday. I can't explain it, but the week will be over before I know it. I can't wait because that means I just have next week. Todd just has next week, and then it's the week of Living Dead weekend. Not really, but it's the week that I take off, and then we'll be leaving for Living Dead weekend the next week, like Wednesday night for me.
It's coming up quick, man. I can't believe how fast this is coming up.
Very quick. And the fact I'm like dry heaving, I'm breathing into a paper bag because like I'm having like a mixed emotions about it because I don't really get to do shit like this very much anymore. It's my first time going on a solo trip without the wife. Well, I did go to my family's last year while my wife was pregnant because she opted out because of the pregnancy. So I did that was the first time in years.
Sure.
I think the last time I took a solo trip anywhere was when I saw you in Omaha, and that was fucking 7 years. That was a long time ago.
A long time ago, man. Yeah.
God, no, wait, that would have been like 2017.
It had to be 10 years ago, right?
No, it was 2017, maybe 18.
Okay.
Maybe 18. But that was it. And so this is the first time that I'm gonna be solo without the kid too. So I'm feeling a little anxious about it. I hope everything goes well. I hope the trip is fun. I don't want to get too in my head about the trip. We want to do a lot of stuff. It could be easy for us to get overwhelmed. I want to somehow balance the hustle with having a good time and enjoying the moment.
Well, at least we know we have a nice big king bed that we can both sleep in. So, I mean, you shouldn't be sad.
Nuts to butts. That's what Todd suggested when I said we're going to do the head to toe thing, right? He's like, no, nuts to butts. He's like, no, nuts to butts. And I'm like, well, you're the butt and I'm the nuts then, because that's the only way I'm gonna do it. No, even though Todd's like bigger than me, dude, I'll be like big spooning him.
It'll be like God, what planes, trains, and automobiles. Those are pillows.
Well, what's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It is hump day. Looking forward for this shit to get over. I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted, guys. If you guys want to fly out to Arizona and just slap my nuts a few times to give me a jolt of energy, you're more than welcome.
We need to get a sponsorship from 5 Hour Energy, man. Then we can take shots of 5 Hour Energy.
Does anybody do 5 Hour Energy anymore? That was like that was like the big thing for like a minute for a couple of years.
All the truckers I remember did that.
Well, now, dude, energy. Well, Red Bull was around first, obviously, but Red Bull was like the OG energy drink, and then 5 Hour Energy was like the big thing. Then you had all these 5 Hour Energy knockoffs, and then like after that, a swarm of like sugar-free energy drink companies between the Monsters, of course, the rock stars, and everybody and their mom owns an energy drink.
Even Kirkland has one, which is not very good. I got a 24 pack of those, and those sucked. So
why'd you get 24?
Well, I mean, they were on sale, so it's either that or get because we want Celsius, but they usually don't have like the good flavors of Celsius mixed together.
I like to swing trade Celsius stock. It's a good one. I'm not a financial advisor. I flipped some. I flipped a little last week and sold a little today. It's a good stock to shave off like 5, 6, 7%. Get in, get out, get in, get out.
There you go.
Anyway, that's gonna be my new path. I'm gonna be one of those fucking invest YouTube bros.
Hey, that's where all the money comes from, is the investors on YouTube. How to make money.
Well, it's funny that we're talking about YouTubers and influencers because it's kind of a segue into what we're going to talk about here in a minute. I want to keep kind of chatting for just a sec though, but I'm looking forward to the chat that we're going to have. And Todd's absolutely nuts because it's going to be so hard to avoid. In the comments, I can already see it. Everybody's going to the hot movie. Obsession. And here's the thing: this Friday we're doing our Rue Morgue, Friday Night at the Morgue, the cover story of the newest issue with Obsession. We're going to do that with Alpha. We're going to do that with Grande's Graveyard. We're going to have a fourth chair on that one, and so we can't spoil. We're not going to talk about the movie, and we're not going to really get into detail about what we thought about the movie, but we'd of course be lying if we said that this movie didn't inspire this discussion.
Yeah, because I mean, you're scrolling on Instagram, you're scrolling on Facebook, all you see is this movie, man. It's everywhere, directors everywhere, the main girls, everybody, dude. And yeah,
we'll get into it. I do want to say hi to folks really quick. And like Sam, how you doing, my friend? A horror community holds itself down from what it could have been. Children of the Corn 4 is actually pretty good. Okay, so here's Children of the Corn 5 through 7. Suck on that.
I'll take it, man. I love Children of the Corn.
I've never seen any Children of the Corns past the third one. I think a lot of you guys are kind of commenting on sort of the relevant stuff, so I might kind of hold off on reading some of this shit. But basically, you know, want to say hi to King Matt.
Hey,
Want to
King.
say Ishmael, the film critic. That QT movie I thought got scrapped. Is there like an update I saw where he brought it back? Am I missing something?
I have no idea. I haven't seen anything about that.
I like the idea of that. I don't know why he just fucking got fed up, because I know he was gonna like totally redo like the Rolling Thunder ending. He was trying to do all, you know, it's gonna be almost like Once Upon a Time, where he's timepiece, and he was probably gonna like
that's right.
He was gonna reenact real movies that were shooting in the era and stuff like that. And anyway, the Terror of the Cross Boundaries, Zendaya. But yeah, so what's up, John? Tell me how much you ate Scream 4. I might, like I said, this stuff's kind of out of context, but I want to say hi to Sam. Sorry, I want to say hi to Racing Genius. Let's say hi to Do Cinema. We'll get there, but I did like this comment. Sick of wine and cheese crowd horror. That's fucking perfect. And we'll get to it, but there's another term that Todd kind of coined earlier that I think also sums it up. But Tony Lone Rider Smith, how you doing? Young Rider Cross-Eye Luigi, how you doing? Happy midweek to you. What's up, Tony? Of course. And yeah, I'll have to kind of get to your guys' comments and shingle them, because I don't want to get too in the weeds yet. Before we get going, is there anything you want to talk about? Anything you've watched new you want to kind of touch on? I've watched a couple movies this week.
Oh God. Catching up on X-Files. I've been doing that. I don't know if
you've never seen them.
Well, I've been watching the past couple nights. I did watch, so they had this, I don't know if I talked about this last week. They have this movie Channing Tatum called the Rooftop Guy, or the Rooftop or something. It's supposed to be a comedy with Channing Tatum. It's based on a true story. It came out on, I don't know, like Amazon Prime or something like that. It's not very good. So that was pretty
go figure.
Pretty ho-hum there. And then God, what else have I been watching? Go ahead. I'm gonna look it up real quick, because I have a lot of stuff.
So I wasn't gonna, obviously the theaters saw Obsession. Me and the wife saw a double feature. We saw Devils Wear Prada 2, because I had to give something to her. You know, she got to pick one, and I picked Obsession. I wanted to see Mortal Kombat 2, but I couldn't be greedy. Now, as far as movies that I've watched here, I watched my copy a little while back. I bought a copy of Used Cars on Blu-ray, The Shout
release. Oh, that's a great, I love that movie.
Yeah, and I never really seen it all the way through. It's just one of those movies I kind of would see on TV, you know, whatever.
Sure.
And I sat and watched, and I love Kurt Russell. The whole thing is filmed in Mesa, which is a trip, which is great. And it's all like, it's set in Mesa. It's like set in Arizona, and you know, they're coming out of the Maricopa County fucking courthouse and all kinds of shit. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, it's an old time, way gone style of humor with Jack Warden, and you know, it's kind of it's weird, because back then, a movie like Used Cars is kind of like under the guise of being like almost like a family comedy, because it's kind of like innocent, like Chuckles, like the style of humor is something your grandma might like, but yet they had like this sleazy aspect where there's a lot of tits and the strippers.
It's definitely an R. It's definitely,
but it's weird how they would do that back in the day. You know what I mean? Like some of the, it's you know, I miss it.
Yeah, it's definitely an 80s movie. I mean, you can tell just aesthetically, everything's screaming 80s, which I like.
And the whole story is just fucking bananas, like ridiculous. The whole thing is like, okay, and it's a black comedy. You know, it's Robert Zemeckis, not his first film, but I think it's his first major film. Maybe I think his first film was some sort of documentary. But I think this was like his first feature. No, his first film was like a Beatles film. He
Okay,
did a
probably did,
yeah, he did a
Hard Day's
Beatles.
Night. I don't know.
No, not that. He did a Beatles doc of some sort. I can't remember what it's called.
Zemeckis.
Beatles film. Just put Zemeckis Beatles film. God, you would be the worst fucking young Jamie on Joe Rogan, dude. He'd be like, "You're fired, Todd. Get the fuck out of here." Can't get stuff fast, dude.
Want to hold your hand.
Yeah, so that was his first film, but his first like real feature type of thing was Used Cars, and obviously he did Back to the Future after that and stuff like that. And it's definitely not like a Back to the Future type movie. But I love it. It's a lot of fun. And then I watched my Arrow copy of Soldier. Speaking of Kurt Russell, I had a Kurt Russell double feature weekend.
Soldier's a fun movie. I like Soldier.
It's a bit of a guilty pleasure. It's one of those movies that like I always want to. It's kind of like Event Horizon, also directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. And because he directed Mortal Kombat, then he directed Event Horizon, then he directed Soldier. Soldier came out in 98. And then, he might have done Resident Evil after this. Then it's like Resident Evil started coming like 99 or whatever. But this is kind of like the Paul W.S. Anderson era I like before he got tainted by, then he started doing Resident Evil and then he like AVP. And it's just like, he became not, I actually really like Death Race 2000, his Statham movie that came out.
I don't remember that. I remember I watched it. I don't remember what
it's ridiculous. It's over the top. It's cheesy, but yeah, his Death Race 2000, his Death Race remake is fun, and that came out after Resident Evil. That's always been a guilty pleasure, but I don't hate the guy. But the thing is Soldier, it's one of those films like Event Horizon where I don't love it as much as I wish I did, but I know it's got a lot of qualities and I always want to go back to it. And yeah, I watched Soldier again, and it's not a great movie, but it's kind of fun and stupid.
It's fun. Speaking of the same type of like sci-fi genre, I heard that they're going to release The Rival with Charlie Sheen, dude. That's a good movie. I like that movie.
Arrival. I thought you said The Rival. Arrival.
I said Arrival. Yeah.
Yeah, Arrival's fun.
Yeah, I really like that. And I saw that for the first time a few years ago, and I was like, God, I can't believe I haven't watched this.
Yeah, I think I saw it at some point in the last 5 years. And it was fun. It was a good movie. I see that advertised all the time in the 90s, like in comic books.
Did they make a video game off of that? They might have. I made a video game off everything.
All right. Anyway, but that's it. I think I want to get into the topic of it. Yeah, how are we going to do this, man? How are we not going to like step on Rue Morgue toes Friday? First off,
who cares? There's going to be 4 of us, so
there's going to be 4 of us. I don't want to get into in the weeds about Obsession.
No.
But I will say that this movie, like Todd said, is absolutely everywhere. And regardless of what I thought about the movie, I'm not going to spoil it. My feelings on the movie, everything online is just so fucking amplified. And I'm not saying I hate the movie. I'm not saying I love the movie. I'm not saying I like the movie. I'm not saying anything. But like, what is it about the last decade where we have just put a lot of okay films and treated them like they were fucking Forrest Gump and Citizen Kane, or they're all this, you know what I mean? Like a lot of these movies, especially A24, they're leading it, elevated horror. That's the thing. And I still think it was, Babadook, It Follows, that kind of started it. And then A24 is the thing. And this movie, the movie that we were talking about, Obsession, feels like an A24 film, but it's a Blumhouse actually.
Yeah.
But it feels very much like an A24.
It's a Focus Blumhouse, right?
It's a Focus Blumhouse. So maybe it's the Focus influence.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, in a lot of those movies that are coming out under A24 and Focus, a lot of them are solid. A lot of them are really solid. They have a certain level of consistency. And I mean, they're not all created equal. But I say that like they're not all equal. They had like stuff like Hereditary, which is great.
Yes,
it's a fantastic movie. And sometimes I feel like they treat all the A24 movies that come out as if they're Hereditary. And I'm like,
it seems like that they already get a 7 out of 10 before they even come out. Like that Back Room that just came out. I think it's A24. I mean, that's already getting like an 85% of Rotten Tomatoes from the critics. It's like whatever the critics say about A24 is gold. You know, it's what's going to happen. People are going to pick it up. A lot of the influencers are going to pick it up because, you know, they get in bed with A24, and then it seems like A24, man, it's just, they have good movies. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just sick of it, man. I am so sick of A24 films.
And Satan is in the chat somewhere. I think he had to go back to work, but Satan said something cool. He said, "Stop the hate on A24 movies. Because movies were starting to suck until they came along." I agree with you.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
when A24 came along and we had like The Witch and Hereditary and stuff like that, it was a major breath of fresh air, because before that we had the found footage shit that was nonstop, and we were still coming off of like the remake of Palooza, where everything was a remake. And then of course before that we had like the gore obsession with Saw. So it was kind of nice to get something that was a little bit more artsy, elevated, didn't rely on blood and effects, and it was nice to see something that was budgeted. And look, it's not that it didn't have its place, or it still doesn't have its place, but the fact of the matter is this shit has been reigning supreme for like 12 years at least. Wait, what year is it? It's 2026. This shit has been going strong for 12, 13 years. And
because Babadook was what, 2014, and then I want to say Get Out was 2017. So Get Out was when it like really started after that Jordan Peele film.
Dude, no, the Witch, this stuff was already going.
Oh,
dude.
I guess The Witch, 2015. Yeah.
This shit's been going a while.
Yeah.
And look, the Freddy Kruegers, the Jasons, all that shit survived and thrived for a good decade, right? And then we were on to something else. It's like the slashers, the campy slashers went out, and then horror got stale, and then they brought in like the Screams, and we had like a fucking almost decade of Dimension films and Dawson's Creek horror and stuff like that. And then your what's it called? Your fucking Faced. What's his fucking name? Eli Roth came in.
Roth, yeah.
You know,
torture.
I just think it's time to move on, but we're not going to move on because people are eating this stuff up. And Todd, he kind of hinted at it. He coined a term when we were on the phone earlier: influencer horror.
Yes,
because everything it's so political, it's so bought and sold, and that is what it does. The movie Obsession is taking off because it's got the internet and social media and TikTok by the balls. It is a meme. This thing exploded into meme culture. And if you're a band and you can make it on TikTok, that's the kingmaker today.
And we're not hating on the director or any of the film.
No,
that's just the way it is for every movie, seems like nowadays.
Just like it is for music, it's not about record sales. It's not about anything. If you have a viral fucking clip on TikTok where people sing to your song, I'm sure Limp Bizkit's fucking huge right now. Anytime there's like a trend on TikTok with an artist, look at their Spotify.
Yeah.
Dude, remember when Goo Goo Dolls blew up last month or last few months? Because they had Iris, one of their songs was I think it was Iris.
Yeah, it was Iris, I believe. And remember, in the 90s or whatever. Or what were you like in the 90s? Yeah, that sort of
thing. Yeah. Oh, that was it. Let's see if it's come down yet, but let's look at where Goo Goo Dolls is, monthly listeners on Spotify. And it's all because of one fucking song that's trending. And this is the way it always is.
And this
Goo Goo Dolls is at almost 40 million monthly listeners.
Jesus.
That is fucking that's like a few more than Metallica.
Yeah.
That's fucking, but it's because that one song. And you look at Iris, 3.5 billion streams. It's because of one song. And it'll come down.
Yeah.
It'll come down, but it blows me away, dude. And then, I'm sure Limp Bizkit's pop. Let's look at Limp Bizkit, because I know what their numbers are. Because sometimes I get interested in that, and I'll see about how many people are listening to Limp Bizkit and shit like that. Because I have no life. I do, man.
No, I get it.
Limp Bizkit's got Full Nelson. People fucking doing the fucking video, swinging their arms. Limp Bizkit has 23.2 million subscribers, right?
Wow.
Monthly listeners. That is a fucking lot.
Yeah.
That is more than probably a lot of bands. It's insane. So it's crazy. But movies is the same way. And if you can become a meme or a TikTok, you're made. And this movie was like memed before it was even out.
Yeah,
we were seeing that chick's face and stuff like that, and
she said no, or whatever she does. Yeah,
so I'm not saying that there's not a skill in that. Maybe it's because, Curry Barker is like 26. He's on the pulse, but that's where we're at because
Mhm.
I was telling Todd, we were talking about the whole Evil Dead thing.
Mhm.
We were blown away. Like we didn't even know there was this whole cult of modern Evil Dead fans. We're still kind of thinking, okay, there's like it's all about the pure movies, and there's casuals that like the new ones. No, man, I swear to you, I'm convinced that a lot of the people that would object to our opinions on like the newer films, they've not even seen like the original films.
Mhm.
Because that's okay though, because these are the people that grew up with Zack Snyder, Dawn of the Dead, or Evil Dead 2013, or if I'm getting the year right, and that's their first entryway to horror. So anyway, someone like Curry Barker, who's 26, yeah, we're finally at that generation where these guys are getting out of college, and these are the guys making the movies. These are the guys that are like, oh, Hereditary influenced me.
Yeah.
We're already there. Isn't that wild? Because to me, Hereditary was just fucking yesterday.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but yeah, I guess technically a guy like Curry Barker would have saw Hereditary when he was maybe in middle school, 12. So
Mhm.
yeah, it tracks. And so maybe guys like him have their finger on the pulse of making very memeable shit, and they know how to. I don't know, but Todd hit it out of the park where he actually pulled up some statistics, what I thought was interesting. He asked his trusty Claude boyfriend about like, okay, what is it about? Because you made an observation about like how many movies there were that were so
Yeah.
high. Go ahead and talk about that because it's fascinating.
So my favorite breakdown I did with AI, which is, things I like about AI. So I took the Rotten Tomato scores. I said break down notable horror films with an 85% or above and give me a number of ones that are from 85% above in the last. So first I did 2015 to 2026. So we're going elevated horror. And these are all the elevated horror films. 55 films are 85% or above, horror films, on Rotten Tomatoes from 2015 to 2026. I was like, okay, that's a lot,
Yeah.
coming from all the films that came out, prior to that. So then I did a little bit more digging. I was like, okay, now let's branch it off into from 1980 to 2014. How many films had a 85% or above? 34 years, then just 11 years, 40 films. So you're telling me in 34 years, only 40 films had an 85% or above on Rotten Tomatoes when it came to horror. And in the past 11, you have 55. I mean, it's insane.
And I want to say, like, I don't want to be a contrarian. I'm not somebody that's trying to hate on stuff that's cool because again, I loved Hereditary.
Mhm.
I loved Hereditary, and I think Hereditary deserves
Yeah,
everything. I still
absolutely.
think
10 out of
Hereditary
10 for me. I think it's great.
Hereditary is the Curry Barker generation's The Shining, right? It's
Mhm.
that generation's big movie. But that doesn't mean I have to fucking swallow all the bullshit.
Yeah.
And I like I said, I don't want to get into our thoughts in detail about Obsession, but I'll just say the movie is fine, right? It's
Mhm.
fine. It's a totally okay, fun, average movie. It's not amazing. The writing is not great. We've all seen fucking monkey's paw stories. I look, it's a fine, it's a decent watch. Why is this one getting pushed so much?
Mm.
And good for him.
Yeah,
It's great for
absolutely.
him.
Yeah.
But after watching an interview with him, we'll get into this too. It's like this is the guy they're getting. Oh, we'll get into it more, but this guy's doing TCM and I don't get it. I don't get it. Now that you find out, like I said, the Evil Dead guys, there's people that
Mm.
have probably never seen the original Evil Dead that just fucking go hard on these new ones. He's never even seen the franchise outside of the remake.
Mhm.
So that's fine. That's just his generation. Um, Side note, I don't know how you watch Obsession and go, oh, this is the guy to give the kings the keys to the castle to, but we'll get into that Friday. Makes no
Yeah,
fucking sense to me.
and I know Alpha's gonna have something to say about that, and
Yeah,
same with Grande.
but Todd hit it out of the park where he's saying, because it's true, where are all these insane fucking scores coming from? Because guess what? These movies are trending before they even come out. Yeah,
Mhm.
there's buzz at like South by Southwest, that hit the big festivals like that, and they catch buzz. It's because
Influencers.
they're kind of bought in a sense. Um, yeah, it's influencer horror. They
Mhm.
fly out all these influencers to premieres and all kinds of shit. They wine and dine them basically because even if they're not even a quote unquote horror or film influencer, they just need a lot of followers. And then they go to their followers and they take a little picture of themselves looking all cute at the red carpet. And they give the shout out, thanks to the, whatever studio, got to check out this movie. It's so great. All that stuff. It's just how we promote now. And I don't think an influencer that goes to South by Southwest is a shill. Because that's it's a big shopping ground. It's South by Southwest. You're watching 1,000 movies in a weekend.
I would love to go sometime. That'd be
yeah. But I'm talking about the people that get flown to premieres.
Oh yeah.
And it's all the fucking time. And there's all kinds of people like credible press people, credible people in the industry that have mentioned it in recent times where it's like you go there like, who the fuck are these people? And it's these people like taking pictures like, who the fuck are these people? You would think that they're not famous because like not everybody knows them, but they've tapped into these like weird niches of online to where they could have 5 million followers on Instagram, but yet your grandma doesn't know who the fuck they are. Your dad doesn't know who the fuck they are. It's absolutely interesting. And, but that's all it is. And it's not like they're saying, hey, I mean, maybe there's some money under the table situations. Maybe there is.
Who knows?
But I think a lot of it is they know if they shit talk the product, they're not going to get asked again.
They're going to move on to the next influencer.
And they're not going to come back. Like me, I'm a bit of a Mortal Kombat stan. And look, I watch, there's Mortal Kombat is a space on YouTube. There are just dedicated Mortal Kombat YouTube channels, which is weird. And two of the biggest ones, one of them got all his bridges burned because he was critical. Rightfully so. Ever since like the Warner Brothers buyout and all the bullshit they do. And so he doesn't get invited to shit anymore. He doesn't get fucking gifts. He doesn't get any of it. And he just kind of fucking embraces it now. Like, whatever, fucking hate me all you want. And it does well for him. The other guy is the exact opposite. He's super loud. He's annoying, fucking crazy, vibrant YouTuber. And he does nothing but fillet Mortal Kombat nonstop. And he gets invited to all the shit. He got invited to the MK2 premiere at the Chinese Theater Grauman's, and he's fucking standing and he's giving an interview and he's trying to be like, well, I'll take it, take my review with a grain of salt. I did go have the greatest weekend of my life. And of course he fucking shit, glazed it. And then he even said in the interview, he's like, I really hope I really want them to invite me back for 3. Oh, if he really wants to go back and you really think he's going to shit on it if he wants to go back and chase that high again?
Yeah.
It's just like, that's what it is. These people get invited somewhere by Warner Brothers, by A24, by fucking Focus, or by whoever, Blumhouse. They want to make sure there's only so many of these guys in the pool. And you can't exactly, you don't want to burn your bridges with Blumhouse because, they're going to mark you off the fucking call list. They're going to mark you off the media list. They're going to mark you off all of it. So it becomes tainted. And that is where it comes from 100%, because not all these movies are good, dude.
No, they're not. And that's one thing about revival houses. You're not going to get, nobody's going to buy us off. Like, we're going to give your,
I might let you whack me off.
Well, I mean, we're going to give you our honest opinion. Like, we've lost, like, we used to get screeners all the time, stuff like that. And then until we started giving honest reviews, and a lot of the people don't even talk to us anymore, which I don't give a fuck. It's like, I'm not going to sell myself out.
Some people are super cool and understanding and they want honest reviews, but some quietly show
I think the
colors.
majority.
Some quietly show their colors. Well, because guess what? Rotten Tomatoes, all this in the world of like video games and shit, Metacritic matters. You know about Metacritic, right? Metacritic is everything. It'll kill a game.
Yeah.
And Metacritic calculates all of the fucking websites online, and it gives your score, an average score. And different publications have different like values. Like think of it like voting. Like this party gets 5 votes. This small dinky website gets 1. So everybody talks about how a website like IGN is clearly bought out, which, who knows if it's true or not, but a lot of their fucking shit is very sus.
Yeah. Oh God, they're terrible now.
Like their website will be fucking decked out in ad space from a new movie, and the movie it just gets glowing fucking reviews. It doesn't always line up, but like their opinion, their 10 out of 10 has way more weight on Metacritic.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, money talks, and literally Metacritic will kill your fucking game dead on arrival, because like I said, they have these embargoes. Same things with films. right? And when the embargo lifts, a lot of people will keep that embargo until fucking drop date because, and that's usually a bad sign. It's obviously a sign of confidence when like they let people fucking put out reviews of their games a week, 2 weeks in advance. And it's a bad sign when they want to hold off. And yeah, it's the same thing with this shit, dude. And there's good A24 flicks, but it's done. Now it's become a formula. A24 is a genre. And I've said that for 7 years at this point. It became a genre like 4 years into it. And I've told this story in the past, but I've spent some time talking to a lot of the film students and shit like that at ASU and their film program and stuff like that, and working with a couple of them in certain capacities. And it was almost goofy to me because I'm quite a bit older than a lot of them. But even like fucking 7-8 years ago, it was becoming a thing with me and like my buddy Randall. Like, oh, what are you into? Tell me about your influences. I really like what A24 is doing.
Oh my god!
I literally talked to a guy one time that I was trying to get to help out in some capacity on a project a long time ago, and they can't. I'm not putting them down. They're in film school, so they clearly love film, but they don't have anything else to offer. I really like what A24 is doing right now. And I try and talk about like films I like and see if we can find common ground. I'm not lying. Never seen the original Dawn of the Dead. Never seen even the fucking Exorcist. People that fucking never seen Jaws. It's just, that's not their fault. It doesn't, I'm not trying to be an elitist. It's just, it shows you where the divide is.
Yeah.
But that's what kids like. And the thing is, there is something to it. When there's enough people telling you to consume and you like something, there's a hive mind. Twitter, dude, my wife called my I guess my sister-in-law, and she was talking and she's like, oh yeah, we went and saw Obsession, and she knows all about it. She ain't no fucking everybody does. She's big into TikTok, and she's like, oh, you saw Obsession? I want to see it so bad. I'm like, why? Because no one on TikTok will shut the fuck up about it.
I know.
When everybody tells you it's the great, I am so fucking tired of hearing the greatest horror movie of the century, the scariest movie of all time. Every fucking A24 film is the scariest and fucking most incredible thing of all time until the next one.
Yeah. And you have big like movie influencers coming out saying like the main actress should be up for an Oscar. She was amazing. It's like,
I don't want to get too into the weeds about the movie in specific. We'll get into that Friday. I do have a prediction though. I do think this is going to be one. She's going to be launched like Anna Taylor-Joy was with The Witch.
Yeah, sure.
She's going to be like a new Anna. She's going to be in really big movies. I bet you she's already getting lined up to be in like fucking A-list director films. Good for her. I don't have a problem with any of that. But
it's no Oscar-worthy performance though, in my opinion.
No spoilers.
Okay.
I can't wait to really get in deep with this movie on Friday. But the stuff as a whole, there's a problem with it. And I hate it because as much as I don't want it to affect how I feel about films, it does kind of seep into your consciousness, because like the average movie could be like, oh, it's a solid flick. But if the collective consciousness is telling you it is the fucking greatest thing you'll ever fucking see, it makes you fucking want to hate it.
Well, and that's the same thing with Get Out. I mean, that was like, everybody wouldn't shut up about Get Out for the longest, which it's a good movie. I like Get Out, but
it's an episode of Tales from the Crypt.
There's nothing memorable about it, in my opinion.
It's like Twilight Zone.
And that's I sent you a message earlier. That's the problem I have a lot with a lot of these elevated horror films is there's no rewatch value with these films. Like I watched the films like, oh, that was a good film. Next day, I couldn't tell you anything about it. Like, do I want to go back to it? No. Like a lot of these films, like even Hereditary, I give Hereditary a 10 out of 10. I think it's a great movie. Do I want to go back to it and rewatch it? Never. I never want to go back to rewatch it because it's just not fun. And like a lot of these elevated horror films are, I don't know, man. Like I look forward to fun horror films nowadays because they don't make them, and that's why I went out and did a review on that Psycho Killer, that shitty slasher movie. But I had a lot of fun with it, dude. Even though it got creamed on Rotten Tomatoes like 9% or something. It's like I am yearning for bad horror, like fun horror. It's like give us a mixture, and that's what like the 80s did in the 70s. 80s mostly. they had like some serious shit, and they had
Oh, dude,
fun
fucking
comedies. They had everything, dude.
let me tell you something. This isn't anything new. The Changeling is elevated horror.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like these
Mhm.
slow burn kind of fucking atmospheric movies have been around, and Todd's absolutely right. It's like and well, I mean, the 80s was kind of all about fun and schlock. That was kind of the most popular thing.
Late 70s
70s,
or early.
70s was kind of like a slow burn era. And yeah, we're just kind of going in patterns. And somebody brought up Terrifier. This is the exception. This is why
Yeah,
I'm personally not really attracted to Terrifier, but
it's
God
good for
bless it.
horror, man. Yeah.
I'm glad it's there. No, we need it. It is the
Mhm.
great balance.
Yeah.
It's the great balancer because you have this one guy that's thriving, an old school mascot, and it's just stupid schlock violence. It we need that counterweight to all this.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
that gives me hope. Like these are the kind of films Terrifier is gonna it already has given everybody that's involved with them like careers with conventions.
Mhm.
You're not gonna see A24 people are not in A24 movies to go to conventions. These are the people that are trying to level up and go to the next thing, and they're trying to be big. Uh, I don't know. One thing I'm just itching to talk about, but I fucking can't. I'm gonna wait till Friday. But let's just say as a tease, if you guys have been following with our Rue Morgue Fridays, um, when we talk about guys like Rob Zombie and the guy that did Undertone, Cody Barker's in the exact same predicament. He's
Mhm.
got the hit on his hands, and they fucking shove the easy money in his face to here. Let's get these guys need to be making another original thing. Fucking take the fire and keep it going, but they take that easy money. They want to go, oh, he would be great for this reboot. They're
Well,
shoving all the new talent into more fucking reboot hell, and they want to keep going to that well. So we'll see if it's going to be a big mistake on his part and he pulls a Rob Zombie, or if he takes it and thrives with it. I don't know, but we'll get into that Friday.
which I also heard that I watched an interview with Curry Barker saying like he wants to make a trilogy out of it. And I'm like, "Oh god, come on."
Uh,
It's like kind of like the X trilogy. It's like which, Pearl was good in X, but it's just like I
dude,
don't know. Is
he
there enough
said
there to make it out
he
of a
said a
trilogy?
trilogy of films or even like an anthology series too, where every episode is like I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here. I get it. He's kind of gassed up right now. He's got everybody knocking down his fucking door, and he's probably got,
Mhm.
he probably didn't make shit on this movie. It's Blumhouse, dude. He didn't make shit on this movie. This movie is like 80 something million so far off a million or less budget. This
Mhm.
guy hit the fucking jack. So he's getting offers now,
Mm.
which I get it. Why it's probably tempted to take like fucking TCM money and all that shit. But um, God, I'm itching to talk about it. I can't though. I can't.
Real quick, I did put a poll out there at the beginning of the stream. Your thoughts on the nonstop elevated horror. Let's see. Give Me More got 20%. It's run its course, got 47%. Sick of It is 13%, and Never Liked It is 20%. So it's run its course.
Let's run its
The
course.
chat says it's runs, and that's what I would have put as well. Like,
Everything gets about a decade, man. It's like we're
yeah,
overstaying our welcome on this. And I don't know what's next. Like if we had nothing but Terrifier ripoffs, I'd be fucking sick of that too. I'd be like,
yeah,
God
yeah.
dang. It's like let's move on from something else. But um Sam, sick of Twitter horror, aka glorified therapy thrillers. Yeah, and that's part of it too. It's just
Mhm.
it's not that the stuff that A24 films usually center around, whether their subtext is really on the nose or if it's very subtle. I think it's very on the nose with fucking Obsession.
Yeah.
It's fucking mouth breather shit in my opinion, but it's like fucking writing 101.
Hmm.
It's not anyway. I'm not saying that shit is not valid plot material. It's not valid themes, but is this just a representation of the current generation making films? Are they all that fucking traumatized? Are they all that fucking tortured? I don't understand. Like,
And yeah, Alpha said it, perfectly the other day. He's like, all the girls in it seem like they're, tortured, alcoholic, that sort of thing. It's like, no, you're totally right about that.
and
Like,
you know what?
yeah.
It's bad writing.
Hmm.
It's bad writing. It's it's always existed. I mean, even before this, it's like, oh, you have the fucking alcoholic author.
Hmm.
Great.
Oh yeah.
Even
In
write
the
Stephen King a check.
90s, everything was the author and all that shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we're just getting to this boiling point where I get it, man. It's getting harder and harder to come up with anything that's really new. You just kind of have to rehash certain elements that already exist and maybe hope to tell it in a unique way. Curry Barker was saying, which is totally par for the course, made sense. He's not even familiar with the monkey paw story, the original book. And he's like, oh, yeah, it was The Simpsons, the famous Treehouse of Horror, Monkey's Paw. Like, yeah, no shit. And he's saying, it's like, yeah, it's clearly a fucking we've seen these movies. There's been movies recently that have been monkey paw horror. I just don't know how some people. I don't know how he hit the fucking jackpot, because there's movies that are as good as this that are out. You know what I mean? And
basically, what they're doing is A24 is playing to that crowd, and it seems
smart.
like critics are playing to that crowd too. It's just like all the other
we're dying.
Yeah, all the other horror fans, when it comes to different like genres that aren't elevated, it's like
it makes sense though. It's like they're going for the fucking TikTok generation, because that's where the eyes are. Dude, nobody watches TV anymore. Like there's probably less people fucking buying and watching ad space, because we're not watching regular television. Obviously there's ad space on YouTube and stuff like that, but nothing is as valuable as the scroll ads, dude. Like, you're just like looking so fast, and you have to watch an ad you can't avoid. Ooh, and you're so glued to your fucking phone. Guess what? There's something about the TV. Guess what happens if you're locked behind an ad in the middle of your show or movie on your television? What do? You pull up your phone.
Yeah.
How many people are like doom scrolling and they have to watch an ad for 30 seconds, are like, well, fuck this ad, I'm gonna turn on the TV while this ad is. No, people watch. And it's wild.
And basically, what elevated horror is going to do, I mean, what it's already doing now, it's just basically a career launch pad. So these directors are going to take one of these elevated horror films, and then they're going to go off to other things, which is fine. I'm totally fine with that. They did that back in the 80s. But it's like, I don't know. It's like, I want somebody that's going to be sticking around in the genre that will actually make solid films that aren't just like catered to one audience.
What do you mean toxic positivity in horror fandom? Yeah, dude, there's a balance, dude. I think there's also toxic negativity.
I
don't
think it used to be that way. I want to say in the mid 2000s, it was toxic.
Well, and you see it a lot in the creator space. It's maybe fringe now, but like there are people that make their nut on just bashing shit, and I'm not trying to do that.
No,
I'm really not trying to do that.
Oh.
But like, but there's a lot of people that are just overly. It's like, come on, the truth is somewhere in the middle. We can have a little bit toxic positivity, dude. It just reminded me of the theme of that movie, dude. Fucking toxic masculinity and toxic relationships. I'm surprised a woman didn't make this movie, by the way. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm just like, didn't it feel like a movie that you would have thought a woman did?
Oh, absolutely.
And look, that's great. I think it's really great the times that we're in, but this guy just kind of represents the Gen Z, or he's kind of a beta male, or he's like, I put that in the nicest way, but good for him. I mean, if anything, even if he didn't get a paycheck really from this first movie he did, he'll get another one, but he's probably getting laid for the first time right now because of it. That ugly motherfucker. I'm just kidding. No, good for him. What was I going to say too? There was something you said earlier. I can't remember, but let me go. I found a comment on here that I wanted to address. Where the fuck? This isn't. You guys going to be hearing about Buffet Infinity soon? Already got what? Buffet Infinity?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The hell is that? Sounds interesting. What the hell is it? Yeah, I'm gonna kind of skim some of these comments because I'm seeing stuff I want to address, and then I'm kind of on my thing. Scream versus Terrifier fan. I think Scream's got Terrifier beat. Terrifier's got some work to do to get to Scream's level of.
Yeah, I'm all for the Terrifier fans. I get it. I mean, he's an iconic character, Art the Clown, man.
2 YouTubers were like, if you don't like Obsession, you're just being contrarian, and that's an example of toxic positivity. Yeah, no, exactly, man. And it's just like, no, this is like all media where like yeah, we've been in this like you're either for us or against us tribalism fucking culture for a long time, whether it's politically or entertainment wise. But like, no, man, like I can be objective. Spoiler alert. I'm not gonna fucking say I hated the movie. We'll get into it Friday. Like I try and
Yeah.
find good
Yeah.
shit, and I'm gonna nitpick it. I think I can. I think I review films pretty fairly. Despite. Go ahead.
Here's an interesting stat. So, if I asked you how many films in 2026 horror films have had a score of 85% or better, what would you say?
You asking me or them?
I'm asking you.
Okay, say it again then.
How many horror films in 2026
Uh-huh.
has had a Rotten Tomato score of 85% or better?
I don't know how many have come out. I know we're in an era of a lot of horror movies getting theatrical releases, which is good. I'm gonna say it's a high percentage. I don't how many movies have come out. I don't know. Like it's a lot. Let's say 10.
11.
Oh, I was fucking close. If this is Price is Right, I would have won. I didn't go over.
So you're telling me 11 films already this year are that good
horror
films?
You know what it also is? It's like in the world of video games again, the Nintendo advantage. They call it the Nintendo advantage. It's like people fucking automatically give like Nintendo in-house games like 10 out of 10s. It's like, come on, is it just because it's Nintendo?
Yeah.
Because Nintendo had these amazing tentpole games, does it really mean they're all 10? Hereditary was amazing. Does it mean they're all Hereditary? Or whatever, Yeah, Sam, there's literally a million horror movies about love wishes already. It's not, dude, there is literally nothing original about this movie. There's nothing original about it. I mean, in my opinion, I'm not saying it's not good. There's a lot of movies that I really like that aren't original. You're talking to a student of the action film genre where basically they're all copy paste.
Yeah.
All the 80s action movies, early 90s, they're all copy paste. It's like they're all either some version of Die Hard or so. That's fine. So, but there's nothing new about it. But I'm saying they're treating him like he's the Messiah. Like, and literally, there are people like stroking him off like he is the second coming of horror, and it's young people, and that's fine if that is their guy. But like, dude, you guys need to dig deeper. Go back. This guy has the audacity to fucking don the Barker name. He's gonna be the new Barker. He's gonna be when people say Barker, they're like, they're gonna say Curry. Oh, Baca? You Baca? Oh, not Clive. Curry Baca.
Clive only had one good movie. Curry has multiple movies.
By the way, what the fuck were his parents thinking? Naming him Curry Barker? He was a fucking participation trophy kid, dude. Giving him weird fucking names. What is going on with this guy? Anyway, it's just a sign of the times.
Yeah.
And it's nothing new. And again, that's really not a dig at him at all. I mean, he's just kind of along for the ride. Because if I churned out some fucking mid piece of shit and everybody wanted to act like it was God's greatest gift and give me a bunch of money, I'd be like, all right, I'm going to ride the wave.
Yeah, sure. I don't blame him at all. I mean,
I understand, but like, I just wish people would like zoom out a little bit. And if you guys think this is amazing, that's all I'm saying. It's fine. If you like it, it's good.
Yeah.
But if you think this is amazing, boy, have I got a plethora of other shit to show you. A plethora of other stuff.
I have such sights to show you.
Well, who's that? Who wrote that? I don't know.
Curry Barker.
Oh, is that like Curry's brother, Clive? Is that his younger brother? Should we be on the lookout for him?
His less talented brother, Clive.
So I'm fine with an idea being used already, Sam. It's all about the execution. Yeah, and we'll get into it Friday, but like I said, there's I'm gonna say nice things, trust me.
Yes.
And I don't know what Alpha thinks. We kind of have an idea what Grande thinks. If I'm gonna put money on, I could bet what I'm gonna guess Alpha's gonna think.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the middle of a divorce and I got like screaming parents that are on these polar opposites. And I look at that. And I do try. I got both of them on the side of me. I'm trying to
Bobby Lee, dude.
Yeah. I do try and bring people together. I'm like, hey, look, I get it. Let's find the good, because I believe you should always find the good.
And there's definitely good in this film.
Yeah. I'm not saying anything like that. It's more about the overall fucking hype of this thing. It's like, dude, all right. Yeah, no joke, because every conceivable story has been told 1,000 times. Yeah. Four's too many people, unless I'm one of the four. Americans have accepted mediocrity for a long time now, so it's not surprising average films get hyped these days. Horror cinema peaked long ago, so expect more. No, and that also come up in our talks too. It's like I think people are so starved for quote unquote original ideas. And when I say that, obviously I mean like not a remake, not a reboot, not franchise. Yeah, I think we just put an extra big spotlight on it, and people are starved.
Oh yeah.
And I get, because I literally think, and not even people that know what they're missing. These are people that don't know they're starving. These are younger audiences that don't know they're starving. And when something like this comes out, it's like, this is fucking amazing. This is incredible. These guys need to go fucking watch Chinatown or fucking Easy Rider, or just go watch some old movies, for fuck's sake. I mean, I'm gonna be a little bit of a boomer. It's like, expand your horizons.
Absolutely.
Man.
I mean, we watch stuff from the 20s, 30s. We watch it all, man.
What I don't understand too, and like I said, everybody's got their own prerogative. There are people studying film that don't dig, and it blows me away.
Crazy.
But like, if you guys look, if you get your inspiration from one era of film, that is totally fine. And you might not like all. I mean, I definitely, there's certain eras that I don't care for compared to others. They're not all created equal. But you have to be curious. Like, if you're studying it, dude, don't you want to know where your heroes got their influence, from, and where it came from?
Well, and I've, one of my favorite films I learned from my film appreciation class was that we watched it and we had to do a report on it, which was Harold and Maude. I love that film so much. And like, we watched a lot of those, like Chinatown. I love Chinatown now. I'm glad I watched all these, because it's like
movies like Paris, Texas, all these movies
well-rounded with, everything.
Yeah. And so I mean, people can do whatever they want. I just think it's a little bit of a shame that the fact that, like, if I see a guy like Curry Barker, who's got the biggest elevated horror box office fucking moneymaker in a long time out, I don't know, I would just assume I could sit down with him and just fucking riff on movies. And the fact that the first interview I see with him, he's like, I have actually never seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's like, I saw the Michael Bay one. I really like that one. Like, you're losing me, dude.
And we'll get into that on Friday.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know, dude. I expect to sit down with anybody that's a student of film, to have seen the mainstays,
the classics. Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna fucking beat you up if you've never seen Chainsaw 3, but you've not seen the first one. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna destroy you if you haven't seen Amityville 4: The Evil Escape, starring Patty Duke.
It's a great movie. I love it.
But the first one, you know what I mean? Like, and dude, I remember, like, when I was doing the film that I have out, I was talking to these people, just like crew guys and shit like that, and they were just blown away by my limited knowledge of fucking movies, because I was talking about referencing years of movies. And I honestly think there's people that, I don't have shit on some people, dude. Like, there's some people that are fucking just like our buddy Pat, the way he is with like black metal and shit. There's people that goes Randall fucking goes really deep, dude. Like, he's like the Pat of music. And but people are like blown away with my fucking, they're like, oh, are you like autistic savant? Look at all this knowledge you have. I'm like, don't you guys are actually in school you guys have been to school. I never went to film fucking school. And what are they teaching you in film school? What are they teaching you? It blows you away. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it.
Let's see here. Yeah, sorry your signal's bad, John. You guys let us know if our signal ever goes bad, please. Comment showed up. Oh, sorry, I'm behind. Black Balloon is good. Good Dolls best song. Oh, Goo Goo Dolls. I don't talk about the fucking Goo Goo Dolls, dude. I gotta get caught up. Personally, I don't consider people horror fans unless they're at least pre-70s horror. No, and I don't want to be that guy either.
No.
I totally respect that there are people where Zack Snyder, Dawn of the Dead was their first entryway. That's totally fine. I'm just saying, if I saw these people and I've met these people, I'm super nice to these people. I love talking to these people, but I also like being like, oh, have you seen this? Just expand their minds, young Padawan. And at the end of the day, their era is going to be their era, and that's fine. I'm just saying, it just makes you cringe a little bit when it's like, oh, you just got TCM. Wow, I've actually never seen the franchise. I'm sorry, dude. If you're fucking this guy,
how are you gonna make it good if you didn't?
If you are God's gift to fucking cinema, if you are God's fucking sacrificed son to bring back cinema and save horror, I expect to sit down with you and be able to have a conversation. And I mean, honestly, I would like to. I expect to fucking quote movies back and forth with you. I want to hear quotes.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, dude, I think you should. It's like required reading. It's like, when you go to school, you have to read Romeo and Juliet.
Sure.
This is if you're a filmmaker, you gotta. I expect you to have seen Rocky. I expect you to have seen Harold and Maude, or I expect just
The Godfather. Yeah,
come on. I'm not even looking for all of them. Just give me like a passing 6 out of 10 score on these. You know what I mean? But that's just where we're at. Like, oh well, and I think, to be fair, Curry Barker, I think he literally said his influences were you mentioned it, Jordan Peele, Get Out, and like Hereditary. But that's where we're at now. That's the age, and that tracks. If only he knew what Jordan Peele was into, where he was getting all his inspiration from. It's just go back. That's all I'm saying. With that said, I'll gladly have lunch with Curry Barker as long as he's buying,
Well, I'm sure he is now.
I'm sure he will vote against seafood because he probably doesn't condone cannibalism. Because he looks like a clownfish, Todd. Okay. You guys gonna be hearing about Buffet and Phineas? Yeah, we are. Sorry, I'm gonna speed up. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
New X-Men 90s. Let me know when the show's out.
I don't start from the bottom and work your way up.
Yeah, that's probably what I should start doing. I do want to watch that Silhouette. By the way, hey, what's up? Hey. I'll watch it when it comes out, though. I can't keep up with all these fucking trailers, dude. And it's just like the thing is trailers don't have their effect like they used to when you were a kid, because there's so much stuff. I'm so overwhelmed. If I see a trailer, I'm gonna forget about it in like an hour. It's like I'm just so overwhelmed. Back in the day, you'd see the trailer for Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you had like 1 or 2 big blockbusters in a year, and you had to wait for shit to come out in VHS. It was big. So, but I'm looking forward to the show when it actually premieres. It's been a while from season 1 to 2. The Drek of the 2000s is a lot better than today's horror. And guess what? There's people that are our age that will swear by the Scream era. And that's not my main era. I'm not a big fan of. I love the first Scream, but I'm not a fan of like most of the shit that was begat from that.
No.
I don't want to watch Valentine. No. I don't want to watch Urban Legend. That shit has a serious stink on it. But I get it. People that are like kind of our age group, that's a lot of people's entry point. But me, it's like, Todd, my entries were 80s and 70s. I was watching stuff that my dad and mom grew up with, and stuff that was like a few years older than me. But most people had responsible parents. They weren't letting the people of our age watch fucking the Amityville 2, The Possession at 4.
We were the latchkey kids. Yeah.
Most of these people were like, I'm talking people of our age. They were actually watching movies at a normal age. Like they were like 13, 14 in their first, that was their first, like, watching R-rated movies. We were just watching the fucked up shit from like 1990, dude. Like,
because it was our babysitter, dude.
Somebody's got to kill the babysitter. It really was, dude. Today's horror's too safe. It's just, Billy Joel, if I can use a music comparison, Billy Joel's last studio album was 1993's River of Dreams, and he stopped. He's a hit maker, huge, and he's still huge, as far as, but he hasn't had an album in 33 years. And he released his first single like a year or two ago.
How was it?
It's good. He just released a single. And I kind of thought, like, oh man, he should make an album because it was really good. Anyway, he always said why, before that single came out, he had always said in interviews, like, why'd you stop? He's like, I had no more songs. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I didn't have any more songs in me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there was anything left to say. I feel right now with horror and these scripts talking about horror is too safe. I don't think people have a lot to say that hasn't been said.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, there's nothing wrong with the subtext of a movie like Obsession. It's really on the fucking nose, which I don't. I maybe that's a stylistic choice. I don't know. It's not a movie you're going to really talk about because it's so on your fucking nose.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I get it. Abusive relationships. Oh, you mean the guy is really the bad guy? We get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. We fucking get it. I like movies where to get to that shit, you got to really peel back a few layers. But anyway, all of these A24 and elevated horror themes, the trauma dumps, it's all getting regurgitated and recycled too much. Like it's all about fucking trauma, dude. And not that that's not valid, but I feel like we need someone to come out with something a little bit newer to say, or something that hasn't been said a lot lately. It's all I care about.
Rob Zombie, if you can hear us, please save us, Rob Zombie.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was that meme? Donald Trump.
Well, and I think too, and look, and all of these, I'm not knocking the themes because these are all human themes.
Mm-hmm.
And these themes have been around for a long time, but there is a way to tell a very fucking unique story and make the subtext creatively laced into it to where it's not on I think you want to have people coming out of your movie. You're going to have the casuals satisfied that are going to have something completely different on the surface. Like, oh, okay, I got a surface level. It was a surface level horror movie about a group of friends, and one guy, did this and did that. Like, okay, well, that's what that crowd got out of it. But you want like a select few people to be like, oh no, I know what that meant. I know it's everybody coming out of. If you don't know what Obsession's about, you're fucking stupid. If you don't know what Obsession's really saying, you're fucking dumb. And it's too on. That's what I'm saying. All these A24 movies are just a little too. I get it. Your trauma, you're hurting, you hate your daddy. I get it. Just tell the story better. It's just writing. That's what it is.
Sure.
The themes are fine. Just we're embracing lazy writing. Frankly, it's lazy fucking writing, and that's the most important thing I feel is writing.
Absolutely.
If I could do one thing and one thing only, let me be a good writer. Let me work and be the best writer I can be, because right now we have a lot of fucking lazy writers that are just enabled by studios that want the same shit that's going to sell. So anyway, oh, look at that silhouette. Full moon greater than A24. Fighting words.
I can't do that. I can't.
Yeah, well, and that is kind of the other side of the spectrum, isn't it? You have fucking Evil Bong, dude, and fucking Ginger Dead Man, Gary Busey,
but I appreciate that they throw those in there. Like
no one gives a shit about those though.
Well, but they're fun, Ginger Dead Man, stuff like that. It's like I want shit like that, sprinkled in there so I can have something fun to go to.
The real competitor is Terrifier, that's doing money off budgets and shit like that. So bring on Art the Clown, more Terrifier. I think it's awesome. I like I said, I've never been attracted to Art the Clown. I'm glad. Did that fucking person just throw trash? Fucking friend. Sorry guys, I'm distracted because I can see out my window and there's a car slowly driving by and they literally just fucking threw fast food trash right on my curb.
It was like a Big Mac on your.
I can't tell, but I saw the bag fly out.
A pickle flies up on your window.
Fucking sliding down. Anyway, I think it's good, and I just wish we had a little bit more adventurous stuff. And this is only going to help it. I mean, like I said, this is making the studios wet.
Oh yeah,
like 80 million so far or whatever.
Plus more and more of the shit
80 times.
Yeah,
it's like again, it's great for horror, but we really need to challenge. I really hope it's not the next generation that fucking it comes full circle. I don't want to be 70 years old. I mean, that's why I got to make it, Todd. We got to make it, Todd.
Yes.
Here, the problem is ageism. It exists. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you're not 25, and you don't even have a TikTok account." Like, Can I have a shot? But I've got years under my belt. I've got stories to tell. I've got experience.
I don't care.
TikTok. It's masculinity bad. Come on. It's just like it's funny. Got to rematch a film multiple times, rewatch a film multiple times to truly get a real opinion on a film. No, I agree. I do agree. And these are just sort of initial thoughts, of course. But like as Todd already said, I'm not watching this movie again.
No. And it's the majority of stuff that comes out
nowadays.
That's
like a movie has to be a certain level of good for me to want to rewatch it. And there's some movies that are awesome, fucking amazing, but like look, classic war movie, Come and See, amazing. Belarus film, Russian Belarus war. It is a 10 out of 10. It's such a moving film. It hollows you out like a fucking pumpkin. You can't really watch this movie a lot because it wears you out. It takes you through the trenches and it makes you feel like every emotion under the sun. And that's a great film. That's a really good thing. So great films can also not have a lot of rewatch value. And then you have on the other side of that, you have like junk food, like Wayne's World, which I can watch all the damn time. There's really not a lot of, doesn't really have a lot to say. It's just like, hey, let's party and have a good time for an hour and a half.
There are a couple of modern horror films that I liked, and I went back to them because I really liked them. Late Night with the Devil, I really liked that. I think that's great, and I bought that, and
I did too.
I go back to it. And then also Long Legs, that's another one I really liked, and I go back to that as well. So you can't call me a hater because I do really like some of these newer films. It's just the majority of my they have no rewatch value to me.
Look, I mean, Obsession is just the equivalent of Obsession is a totally upstanding, good, average Joe, decent looking, good family, good morals. He wasn't the fucking quarterback in high school. He didn't have like a 4.0, but he's got a solid job. He's got, his teeth aren't fucked up like me. And he's that guy that fucking gets the supermodel. He's batting way out of his league. And that's Obsession. I'm like, look, you're fine. You're here. And everybody's like saying, no, you're like, there's literally people who, what is it? What is the thing you shared with me? You showed me like some kind of like meme. Somebody was talking about how like the iconic, the look. Yeah. She's already doing like the look for people like in pictures, like the frowny face.
Iconic look.
Dude, the movie's been out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Iconic. My God, will you slow your fucking roll? I hope at least Curry Barker's a little embarrassed. Like, all right, come on, guys.
And I saw something that Blumhouse put out. I think I sent that to you too. And I was like cringing when I saw that shit.
Oh, I commented on it. What was it again?
When everybody stays.
After
even
the
post credits of Obsession, because they're in a state of shock.
There is nothing fucking shocking about this movie.
Yeah.
And look, if you're not familiar, here's the thing. It's getting people like my sister-in-law who don't watch horror films. Those people might be shocked by it.
Yeah.
Like if they've never seen a horror film or any kind of film, yeah, I could see where they might be shocked about it. But like if you've seen ground level 1 horror classics, there's nothing new or shocking about it.
So run of the mill.
Silhouette, hive mind is a perfect word. It's a hive mind. When you have everybody in the world, that's marketing, baby.
Yep.
When everybody in the world is fucking drinking the Kool-Aid and everybody's pushing to you, if you're told a million times, if you tell a million people over and over and over again, this is the scariest fucking movie of the decade or the century, half of them are going to be like, it is scary, must see, you must watch. It's going to be that, right?
Now, what do you think? Do you think people after seeing The Exorcist, though, I mean, like, I'm sure they were saying the same thing, right? The scariest movie ever. But
that had a leg to stand on with it.
Absolutely.
That had a case.
No, I agree.
Because The Exorcist
There's nothing like it.
The Exorcist is really doing something new.
It's groundbreaking, yeah.
And before The Exorcist, you had Psycho. Psycho did something really new.
Yes.
And then I'm trying to think of something that really came between Psycho and Exorcist that was like as monumental, but let's just use those two. from Psycho to The Exorcist, that feels like a very nice natural progression. It's like Psycho, ooh, and then you've 13 years later or whatever, and then it's like, oh, you guys were blown away by Psycho 13 years ago or whatever. Get a load of this shit. This is like, okay, 13 years. Let's think about it. 2026. That's like 2013. Think about how much film was evolving. How much of films really evolved from 2013 to 2026? From like Hereditary to fucking this. We're still in A24 land.
Yeah.
And nothing's pushing the envelope very much.
No.
Back then you had Psycho, and then 13 years later you had TCM, you had fucking Exorcist, and you had TCM. Holy shit, it was growing.
Yes.
And that's just going to be a nature of like technology, and all the stories have been told a million fucking times, and you could argue that a lot of the stories that were groundbreaking back then existed in literature, so it's not
you had all groundbreakings. I mean, because you had like Night of the Living Dead in there. I mean, new.
But so it's not 100% like the newer generation's fault. I just think that they're playing with a difficult handicap now. You just got more shit. It's just like music. All the riffs have been written, dude. Tony Iommi wrote them all.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait till all the unks die off, and then it'll be new, right?
Well, I feel like that's what they're doing now. I feel like we're dead, Todd. And it's like you have all these people that have never seen the original TCM, and we're kind of already there.
Yeah.
And I think there's still hardcore, passionate horror people that are gonna see everything and they're gonna appreciate everything. So I'm not knocking everybody.
And on Instagram, there's a ton of like the horror community on Instagram's awesome.
It just shows you that. It just shows you how big horror's bigger now than it's ever been, because it's not just like the hardcore people. It's now so mainstream to where you have all these multiple layers of casual film goers that like horror, and I think that's what it is. You just get a lot of these casual people that kind of murky up the fucking ether and shit like that, and that's fantastic, man. But if you're a filmmaker out there, doesn't that just make you fucking hungry to be like, I have to make the next original TCM. I have to, even if it's an idea that's not necessarily new, but the current generation hasn't seen it because it's been a long time since we've been to these places.
Well, that's why I appreciated Dolly, man. That's what Dolly was fun, dude.
Yeah, and I respect it. I'm just saying, doesn't that make somebody out there really want to fucking really just be this against the grain guy? Like, let me turn it up over on its head, and let me really. There's a fear there. I think those people don't. There's you go too far, and then maybe you're not gonna get into the good graces. You're not gonna get that payday.
You're gonna be a legend, dude. Who cares about the money?
It just depends. I get it, but it can be done, guys. The Exorcist was an Oscar-winning movie, the highest grossing movie of the year, the highest grossing R-rated movie like forever, if not still by inflation. I don't fucking know. It defied the odds. And that is a movie that is super credible, but it had your Oscar shit. It had all your fucking industry people fucking salivating. Everybody got work after that movie. It can be done. Like, why doesn't somebody, if another like movie like that comes along, or another John Carpenter, not like this whole, we're kind of leaving it now. Now we're in the not Eggers, who's the Hereditary, help me name.
Ari Aster.
We're in the era where we're getting all the people that are influenced by Ari Aster now. 5 years ago, it was like, for a decade, it felt like it was all the Carpenter knockoffs.
Yes.
That started all this elevated horror shit. The guys that they were all like trying to be Carpenter, minimalist, like electronic scores and all, and that's cool. But I don't know. It's got to come back around, man. Somebody has to be the guy to be like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking dare to be different. I'm gonna dare to be bold. They're either gonna fucking crucify me, they're gonna forget about me, they're gonna blacklist me, they're not gonna give a shit about me, I'll have no career. But what if I make something so good it's undeniable?
And that's what I look for, man. Like, that's why I dig. So
But that's what it is, because these guys, like all these A24 kids in Obsession, they're making very stock ideas,
yeah.
very stock, very safe. They're not shocking, and they're safe. And we need that guy, because like I said, dude, there's an expression in music: a good song finds its audience. If
Mm-hmm.
you write a really good song, it will find an audience. It will get heard, right? And if you make something so undeniably fucking good, it doesn't matter how much you're pushing an envelope or how much you think you're being polarizing, it will find its audience. And to me, that's where you're going to get people that are good writers. You're going to get people that are hungry to write something. And in rewarding all of this fucking A24ism shit, it's creating lazy fucking limp dick writers.
Mm-hmm.
Really lazy writers. I'm not saying it's not constructive, but it's lazy writing.
Yeah.
Lazy storytelling. That's all it is.
And I had high hopes for a lot of these directors, like Ty West. Like I had really high hopes for him. Who knows what he's going to do for the rest of his career? But Brandon Cronenberg, I think he's a great director, and I think he can come up with some even better films. His films are good, but like there's a few directors out there that have promise that I look forward to their new stuff. But yeah, a lot of the A24 stuff, the elevated stuff, ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, John Wickerman's a good example of
Love
like,
Wicker Man, man.
I mean, Ari Aster basically copped
Yeah,
Wicker Man for
Midsummer.
Midsummer. So this stuff's been around, and I think Ari Aster does it well. Like when I'm talking about people
Yeah.
that are like really on the fucking nose, I think Ari Aster, there's a reason why he's kind of like the king of this whole generation, and he's the guy that's influencing this new school of people. Because I don't think the subtext and stuff is super. It's good with Hereditary. All that shit's good. I'm not even a big fan of Midsummer, but I the storytelling is good.
There's a little more depth to it.
He's really an auteur.
Yeah.
Eggers, these guys are they deserve to be on the Mount Rushmore of this like current.
Absolutely.
But right now we got a lot of the people that are. It's the first wave of people they influenced. It's like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Korn and Limp Bizkit come out. This is the flaw.
Oh god.
This is the American Head Charge. That's who Curry Barker is. This is the new metal bands that come out and have like one radio hit.
Comes back to new metal.
They have the one radio hit off the heels, right?
You suck.
Yeah. Okay, Silhouette. A Serbian film is cosmic level horror. No, I'm not a fan of that.
No.
Yes, thank you, Aaron. The new talent should be doing their own stuff. Don't pull a Rob Zombie. And I'll get into that Friday, but like, look, I'm not saying that this guy doesn't have a future, but I think like, look, you got so much fucking steam right now, dude. Really think about it. Maybe I get it. The bag to jump on a franchise is probably tempting,
but is it worth it for your career?
And it's probably bigger than the bag you could get to make your next original film. And I'm sure there's people that would pay him to make another original film. It's just the bag is bigger over here. And I think he's got enough clout with how big this fucking movie is. He could play it. He's kind of got them by the balls a little bit, and he's just we'll see how it works out, man. I just don't.
Okay.
It also makes me think that, does he not have another story to tell?
Okay, so what I want to know from you is,
Yeah,
of course, you made films and all that stuff. So if they threw a bag of money at you to make another Hellraiser film, would you do it or would you turn it down?
So look, I've thought about this, and this came up when we did an episode of Rue. We were talking about the Undertone guy, because the Undertone guy was at the same crossroads, right? It's like he did this movie that made a lot of money. By the way, this movie fucking shit all over the fucking business Undertone did.
Oh yeah.
But still, the Undertone thing was same thing. It had an even smaller budget, and it did a lot of money. And so they sight unseen, probably like festival shit. They gave this guy the keys to Paranormal Activity, and he's going to do the next Paranormal Activity. If that's like his Hellraiser, I get the temptation. It's one of those things. Now, it is a little bit different. If you're Curry Barker and you've never even seen fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
yeah,
then it's like
it's not your thing. Yeah,
the temptation is more about the money and the but like Oh, actually, it's more like because we were talking about it with Fetty.
Mm.
So, like for me, God, dude, like I love Alien and I love Hellraiser, and I get it. I'm on that side of the fence where it's like, God, can we just let a sleeping dog lie because they're never going to do it better? But also, I'm like, they're going to keep doing it whether or not I did it or the next guy did anyway. Maybe I can be the guy that fucking fixes it.
Well, that's what
That
Rob Zombie thought.
and that's the temptation, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, it would be really hard. It would be really hard to be like, I gotta take my crack. And Neil Blomkamp was gonna do that. Neil Blomkamp was in a better spot than a guy like Zombie or whoever, because Neil Blomkamp put himself on the map 15 years ago as the new sci-fi guy. You know, Blomkamp, he did District 9, he did Chappie, he was doing these fun, very unique, kind of like dystopian films. And what was the third one he did? The Matt Damon, Eyes
Martian?
Liam.
Oh no,
That's really Scott. Ice Liam or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, anyway, so he was like a few movies deep when they were flirting with him to take on Alien. And I bought him because he's like, you could tell he was a big fan. And this guy was already proven. He had 3 hits. And so he was at a place where it's like, okay, I'm going to listen to him. And you know, he created the whole pitch and everything for Fox because they weren't Disney bought at the time. And it was like, look, we're gonna fucking scrap everything after Aliens. I'm gonna make a direct sequel to Aliens. Fuck it, Alien 3 never happened, and I'm gonna pick up where Newt Hicks and he, you know, he did all the storyboarding and all that shit, and it looked pretty fucking sick. And that's when this is after Prometheus came out. Prometheus was a big hit, and Ridley Scott swung his big dick around, and you know, maybe he's more valuable because and so they you could tell he had a problem with it, and that's why Alien Covenant came out and he put Alien on it. So it's like, fine. Let me keep making my weird films, and I'll put Alien on it to please you guys. And then his fucking shit got put to bed. I'm like, God, if only they could have worked together. Like, just let him make it, because now they're doing it with Fetty. The Fetty movies are like separate, and because Ridley Scott still wants to finish his shit. And I'm like, so anyway, there's guys in situations where it could be, like you said, you think Rob doing TCM is natural. Like if they came after a guy like Rob, look, at least you know the guy loves it. So it's like, okay, it makes you interested.
I mean, he already made it, like House of Thousand Corpses. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
You know he can do it.
So yeah, I mean, if somebody came to me and said, "Will you fucking try your hand at a help?" Look, it's like, we're gonna do it anyway. If you say no, we're going to the next guy. If you say no, we're going to Curry Barker. Like, no, I owe it to the fans to stop this from happening.
When it comes to TCM, I just want like a fun TCM movie where, like, it doesn't have to be scary like the first one. It doesn't have to be as great as the first one, but like I do like Rob Zombie making a music video. I'm all for that. That'd be cool, man.
$100 says it now. Somebody in the Sawyer clan was molested. You know, it's gonna have Leatherface getting fucking diddled as a kid and all kinds of shit. There's gonna be all that fucking heady shit. And yeah, man, why is it so bad to just stumble across a crazy ass family in the middle?
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't.
That's what makes it scary. People are out there
because that's real life.
Yeah.
You really think if you pick up a fucking drifter and you stumble across some crazy ass people that are like cannibalistic and have you really think they're gonna stop to give you all this fucking backstory on who they are? No, they're gonna hit you with a fucking meat mallet
and they're gonna cut your hand in the van and they're gonna light stuff on fire. Yeah,
they're gonna hit you on the meat mallet. They're gonna throw you on a hook and fucking your fucking dinner. Yeah. and it's fun, and that's great. There's something primal about it, and we're just not in that era of filmmaking at the moment. I think it will come back, and we're just waiting for it. We're waiting for like the next big guy. Like Tarantino was the guy of the 90s. He's not horror, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Tarantino was the guy that really shook up the film industry, and he influenced filmmakers for the next fucking 10 to 20 years. Everybody, and especially in the 90s, everybody was wanting to do the Tarantino movie. We got to make a Tarantino movie. Curry Barker is not Tarantino.
No.
These guys are not. I mean, you can make an argument for like Ari Aster. I think Ari Aster is going to be here for a long time. He's kind of branching, but I'm saying like the Curry Barkers. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with them or anything like that. This ain't Tarantino 2.0. This ain't that. We need those guys. We need those fucking tentpole. You know, you have your Scorseses, you have your Bergmans, you have your Scorseses, you have these guys like that. You have Hitchcock.
Yes.
You know,
Romero. I mean, yeah, you need people with decent writing, at least decent characters.
Writing is king.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a good story, the actors put butts in the seats and they get you money and financing, even if nobody fucking sees your film. If the writing is good, those who do will like it. But anyway, let's see. Jetpack. Why would you not want to revisit a movie? You gave him 9 out of 10. Who gave what at 9 out of 10?
Well, I was saying that no, I gave Hereditary a 10 out of 10, but it's not a movie I revisit because there's certain movies that aren't worth your time, especially elevated horror. It's just like kind of a chore getting through some of these films.
Oh, we're talking about Hereditary. Got it. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we already talked about it. It's like some movies are. I'm not saying I would never revisit a movie like Come and See, but it would have to be like an event as to why I'm going back to watch it. Like maybe I want to introduce it to somebody else or some kind of purpose. But like some movies, you just get a lot out of it the first time, you know. And then you have movies like Wayne's World or something where you can
watch a million times, Dumb and Dumber,
and it's so quotable and it's just different value. It's not any. We're not saying one's better than the other, but you know. Let's see here. I got a hand job from Monkey's Paw. That would have been a better story.
There you go, Tony.
Like, I wish you would just give me an endless hand job.
That sounds like a better Monkey Shines movie, though.
Ishmael,
it's kind of like Monkey Shining a Knob. There you go.
Ishmael, how you doing, bro? Spider-Man right now is a drunk. That Noir Cage joint on Amazon. I'm interested in watching it, to be honest with you. The Nicolas Cage Spider Noir.
I didn't even know about that.
There's a alternate universe comic of Spider-Man where it's Spider-Man. It's black and white. It's noir. And it's like he's more like a detective and shit like that.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's on Amazon Prime. I think it just came out. And you can watch it in black and white or color.
I'll watch black and white.
Which, of course, you know, they're saying watch it in black and white. It's the noir. Yeah. And Nicolas Cage is Spider-Man in this noir universe.
That's funny, dude.
Old, fat, tall, but it fits, right? And yeah, I'm really morbidly curious to watch his Spider Noir. Let's see here. Pussy horror is worse than comic book slop. Yeah, noir is great, man. That's what I'm saying, dude. Everybody in film school has got to watch Chinatown. Come on, that's like entry.
Chinatown's great, man. Yeah.
And if you don't want to watch Chinatown, will you settle for Who Framed Roger Rabbit? They're essentially the same movie. I finished binging it today, Ishmael. Let's see. People like elevated horror because they like movies that have deeper meaning and message. I think you can have. I like that too.
I would disagree with that.
I think look,
a lot of these films are elevated, but they don't have deeper meaning to them.
It was said earlier, somebody called it wine and cheese horror.
Yeah.
And I think there's a place for everybody at the table. But I think it's just gotten so lazy with the writing, man. Like I said, The Changeling. The Changeling by definition would be elevated horror. Yeah. But The Changeling is so well written. You know, and it deals with loss. It deals with all of that shit. But it is such a masterfully written story. I just think we're breeding lazy writers. That's you know, and we just need a little bit of a break too. That's all I'm saying. Maybe this stuff will have its day with me. I don't know. Horror in 2030 is going to be Stranger was mean to me on TikTok. I want to cry. We have a lot of social media horror.
Yeah.
Gushy, I'm with y'all. Too much hype for movies that are just good. Yeah, we just set the bar at an interesting level.
Yeah.
And that's not the youngins' fault, man. They just need to dig deep. And it's also the studio's fault. It's like, guys, like be adventurous. And you have the power. You guys can, with your mass marketing, can tell people to consume and people will believe it. Maybe use some of that fucking black magic witchcraft to do something truly unique.
Yeah, you
Women
can't
make
believe
great film.
you can't believe studios. Sorry.
Yeah, Pet Cemetery 1 and 2. Yeah, women make great films.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm just saying that this movie felt like I would think if I didn't know any better, it feels like the kind of film a woman would make. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of very much woman's perspective.
Well, and that's why I said bring your wife to it because she'd probably really like it.
Well, and it's brilliant in that sense, dude. It's captivated the audience. I'm telling
Yeah,
you, that's why
yeah.
it's getting all these casual people and all these people like my sister-in-law, because they're all like, "Oh, this is the greatest." Because they all believe me, they've all got a guy that's treated them like shit, and like they're all, let's all band together, ladies. Look,
And we love
it's
Mary
smart.
Lambert. Mary Lambert is Mount Rushmore here at Revival House. So
Even though she is a bra burner, but
that's
she's a
fine.
great filmmaker.
Yeah.
But you know, it's funny, to her credit, you watch Pet Cemetery 1 and 2, and you don't necessarily think a guy or a woman directed that.
No.
It doesn't really, I don't know. Sounds like you guys don't like Obsession. I've never seen it yet.
I never said we didn't like it.
We're talking about just the movement that's been going on. We're going to actually talk about our actual in-depth review on Friday, on our Friday night at the morgue, where we're going to have Alpha, Grande Graveyard, myself, and Todd. And I'm sure, like always, the opinions are going to vary across the board.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think there's very little on this earth that has like no redeeming value.
Yeah.
I find good stuff with everything. And I think it's really hard. I think it's really hard to make a fucking exceptional movie. And I also think it's pretty hard to make a really bad movie, like a really irredeemable movie.
House of the Dead was pretty irredeemable.
Well, I'm not saying it's impossible, Todd.
I'm
saying it's really hard.
Yeah.
You know, that's like saying water or air is toxic. Yeah, if you make it that way, toxic something. Hey, what's up, Gamer Guy? How you doing? Hey. Gamer Guy had a gnarly adventure car shopping yesterday.
Oh, was that in the Discord?
It was in the Discord.
Okay, so join our Discord. I need to get back on there. Sorry.
He got the runarounds, and he got roped around, and he wasn't reading the fine prints, and he learned a lesson and wasted some time. And so I was telling him, dude, like I know all the tricks. My grandpa worked for Ford car salesman. Like, and I always would question him and get his advice. And whenever I would buy like used vehicles, even like just off people on like Craigslist, I would always either get his advice beforehand, or sometimes he'd come with me. And this guy, he taught me because I think you were looking for used cars. I know all the tricks now when it comes to new cars. But even used cars is a whole different animal. You got to know what to listen for. You got to know all the little things. And that's a crapshoot, man. But yeah, they're always going to try and stick you with the fine print. But yeah, if you guys want riveting fucking conversations like that, join the Discord. We talk about anything. It's great. We were chatting about it. It's great. It's fun.
Yeah.
Hashtag. Look, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, one woman made Pet Cemetery 1 and 2. One woman made Pet Cemetery 1 and 2. Not a good point. Hey, I would kill to just have made Pet Cemetery 1 and 2.
They're both great films. Mary Lambert is a legend.
There's nothing original about real life. We're just recycling history over and over again. I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
I want to say, show these obsessed weirdos the ending of Eden Lake. That's true horror. Let's see. Hellraiser, too disturbing. How can we cancel it? Horror Tumblr. I mean, Twitter user. We make the seemingly same stuff because people keep experiencing the same stuff over and over again. It's just yeah, no, I get it. That's why I said it's all human. It's all human experience. I'm not devaluing the stuff and the themes that we're getting over and over again. It's human experience, but how it's being presented and how it's being told is starting to get a little samey, and it's getting lazy. That's all I'm saying.
It's been 12 years of this shit. 14 of this shit. Yeah.
Look, I get it. Look, people have been writing love songs since the beginning of time. Love, heartbreak.
Yeah.
But there are ways. There's ways you can do Shape of My Heart by NSYNC, which is kind of like on the nose, written by your boy, actually.
Corey Barker?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Richard Marx.
Oh, I love Richie Marx.
Anyway, or there are ways to sing a love song even, and it's not on the nose, man. Yeah,
Like, Babyface.
I'm not knocking the subject. Yeah, because you're right. People are always gonna. It's the human experience. People are always gonna get their heart broke. People are gonna go through trauma. People are gonna go through abuse. Good times, bad times. People are gonna struggle with their religion. Um, whatever. I'm just there, but there's just a way of delivering the message. And all I'm saying is the movie has value. I just think it could have been told better. I think the writing is a little lazy. That's all I'm saying. Zoomers tell me Smiling Friends is great and it's worse than Baby with Cancer. What the fuck is that? I don't know what any of that shit is, dude. Zoomers taste tastes like monkey diarrhea. Oh, Zoomers tastes like monkey diarrhea. It's just different. I'm looking at Riverman and all I can see is Steel from Day of the Dead. How you doing, Mendoza? What are you up to tonight, man?
Good
Thanks
to
for
see you,
joining
brother.
us. Did you I really implore you guys. I hope you guys all show up Friday for the Friday morgue. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's gonna be crazy, man.
And I'm really happy with the panel that we got. It's gonna be a good damn time.
That
And
Grande is funnier than shit, man. He has me cracking up with his.
I watched his short, and it was
was
really
it funny?
It was funny.
Yeah,
It was funny. We'll see. Hopefully, it brings that energy to Friday. But hopefully. I think a lot of you guys have probably seen it. There's a lot of people out there that are probably coming through our stream for the first time that have never been to our channel because you've watched movies like Obsession. Show up on Friday. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into nothing but Obsession, deep on everything. We want to hear what your thoughts are.
I'm pretty sure like the whole issue is like the main topic is Obsession. So yeah,
they hit it out. They got lucky, man, covering that.
Oh, smart, dude. Because you see Fango, they're starting to finally cover it, like Obsession. Now they're trying to.
Well, they plan these issues ahead of time, and a lot of these publications don't print as often.
Yeah,
they used to be like more often, and now they're spaced out. And it's kind of like how Rue didn't capitalize on Scream. I know. It was said that we tried to do something different. I think it's more of a timing thing too.
It is.
You know what I mean? And the Rue fucking struck it.
But they struck with Undertone as well. So
yeah,
I mean, they have their thumb on the pulse, which is good.
The oldest film those film students you met know is How to Eat Fried Worms.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. Maybe you just don't like random noise. Undertone, is that Undertone we're talking about?
Probably.
Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake got me into Disturbed. Oh, the Richard Cheese. Down with the six.
Oh God, I love Disturbed.
Silhouette, Black Metal's goated, literally goated because of Baphomet. What's up, Mendoza? Hey, I watched Nightmare on Elm Street for the first time 5 years ago.
Oh, nice.
Hey, yeah, there's jump on points for everybody.
What about part 2, Mendoza?
Yeah, that's more your speed. No, it would be interesting to see what someone like you at that stage watching a movie like that, because it's probably how I felt when I watched all the Indiana Jones movies as an adult for the first time, like because I had no like sentimental attachment to it as like, you know what I mean, and I watched it very honestly, and like I said, I watched it at the same time as I watched Kingdom of the Crystal Skull opening night, and I looked at my buddy and I was like, there's another Indiana Jones movie. Everybody's like lighting themselves on fire, like, what is the aliens? And I'm like, felt like another Indiana Jones movie. I don't know what to tell you guys.
So Mendoza finds like the funniest shit on Instagram. Like I'm scrolling through Instagram and I start cracking up on some video, and then come to find out Mendoza already like hearted it and retweeted it. I'm like, all the time, dude. He finds a funny shit, and he sends me stuff too. So
we're in the same algorithm, brother. We're in the same algorithm.
Yeah.
So, John, I watched silent horror, black and white horror, modern, whatever. Quality is universal. Yeah, man. And you know what, by the way, it's okay to watch older stuff that like influenced the stuff that you like, and still like the newer stuff better. That's totally fine. I just think people should like go dig. That's it. Barker also wants to do an Elm Street film. Has he seen him first?
I don't know.
Probably. He's like, well, I saw Freddy vs. Jason. No, he's probably like, I saw the remake. I love the Horseshack one, you know. Oh, dude, that's probably right up his alley. Like, you know, it dealt with, when it dived head on first into the child assault.
Well, he's doing interviews now. Maybe we should try to get him on, dude.
Oh man, he might be too big. He'd be like, I heard everything he said. I would tell him, dude. I would be honest. I wouldn't disrespect the guy. I would shake his hand. I'm sure he's a nice guy. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with that. I would look at him straight up if I got to chat with him or interview him. I would be like, you realize you got your work cut out for you doing TCM, right?
Mhm.
Like what are your plans? Are you gonna be one of these people that go back and you're gonna prepare and watch all the sequels? Or are you gonna be one of the filmmakers that's like, you know what? I'm gonna go into it. I want to do my own vision. I'm not gonna
Yeah, yeah,
some people do that.
yeah.
Some people do that. And I would be very interested to know what, how he's sort of approaching it. I bet you his head spinning still.
Mm.
Corey Barker. Oh, I can't read that Mendoza. That's terrible, dude.
Yeah, Mendoza, that's yeah.
But I can leave it up for people to read. But I can't read it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Shame.
Trailers peaked with Showgirls, dude.
Great movie.
Gamer guy. I'm out of the loop. What's going on with Corey Barker? Oh no, Corey, before this movie even came out, they hired him to do the TCM reboot for A24.
Yeah.
And that was probably just off the steam of like South by Southwest and the early buzz of the film.
Well,
Because this was the buzz film of South by Southwest.
It was. And I was telling Aaron, I was like, so the reason I want to see this film is because I want to see who's going to be directing the new TCM movie. And that's why I was excited to watch it. And of course, we'll get into it on Friday, get deep dive into it, and then what we think, what's going to happen in the new TCM film. But yeah, it's we'll go from there.
Oh, you liked Mendoza liked I Know What You Did Last Summer? Scary Movie comes out in like a week or two.
That quick?
Yeah, you're like all boned up about like doing Evil Dead. I'm like, dude, Scary Movie's about to come out. Scary Movie's coming out the weekend before Living Dead weekend.
Oh, maybe we'll have to watch them more there, dude.
Well, we could. So you not want to do anything for that? You don't want to like maybe that's what we should do.
We can do an in hot tub review. So
talking about it, yeah.
We'll be sitting in the Dumb and Dumber hot tub, dude, doing a review on.
It comes out next Friday, next Thursday, Friday. So it's the weekend before. It's coming fast. Urban Legend is a million times better than Scream, as is last. Knew What You Last Summer 1 and 2. With that Rastafari and Jack Black, no, thank you. Silhouette animator Billy Joel preferred to fade away than burn out. Take notes, Kurt Cope. Oh yeah. Hey, what's up, Whiskey? How you doing?
Hey, Whiskey.
I'm so behind on new horror films. I'll probably watch Obsession when it's streaming. And this is 100% the kind of movie like that I would put on my list, and then it would take me some time to watch. Like I just watched Companion. It was on my list for like a year.
I love Companion.
I know, but it takes me time. Like
if
I wasn't sharing the same curiosity as Todd with the whole TCM stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, everybody's talking about this damn movie. Like, let me see what's up. It would have normally just been a movie that would have hit HBO.
Same.
Probably taken me about a year, 2 to finally get to it if I did. But
I hear Bride streaming on Max. I do want to watch that. No, I know my wife wants to watch that too. So,
gamer guy confession: I'm not big on 90s horror, save for a handful of titles.
There's not a whole lot of good ones.
Yeah, it's not as strong as the 70s or 80s. Courtney Love, Burnout, Kurt. Let's be honest. All right. I got into a chat about horror movies with my coworkers recently, and they thought I was Tarantino with all the horror movie knowledge and opinions I was dropping. Am I that far behind on comments?
Well, yeah, you'll get that a lot. That's why it's hard to talk to people about movies. When people start talking about movies, it's like I just sit there quietly, just thinking in my head, like I don't even want to start this conversation.
Oh, the sites I could show you.
Yes.
Dude, look, I'm so behind on comments. I'm going to go faster.
Yeah, go fast.
That was like a long time ago. That was me. And I don't know what you guys are talking about. Wild Wrangler, what's up? I feel like I haven't seen you in a few weeks.
Hey, Wild.
How you doing? Yeah, Freddy Got Fingered's good, dude.
Love it.
I fuck with it. Gamer guy, Obsession reminded me of Return of the Living Dead 3 and that the female protagonist is the best thing about it. The movie's incredibly Yeah, we'll get into it Friday. I mean, it's no Return of the Living Dead 3. It's
that's
Curry Barker.
Right
Curry Barker's no Brian Yuzna.
No, Yuzna's king, dude.
I got roasted in a horror group on Facebook for Gasp not liking Obsession. Yeah,
you should.
That's the toxic positivity. It's like, let's see here. Love the attention to detail to make it to an old film. I'm gonna have to kind of jump around here a little bit. Young writer, you guys keep mentioning TikTok, but a lot of the buzz is on Letterbox as well. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It, well, yeah, but you know what? It is
mostly on TikTok.
I'm sorry, the driving force
Yeah.
is the socials like TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff.
Mm.
But it's everywhere. It's an absolute plague, you know. 2013 had the tree R word scene from the Evil Dead remake. As we discussed when we did our commentary, or no, we didn't do the commentary for the remake yet, but we talked
next week. I think we're doing that.
Let's see here. Uncle, don't say unk. Dude, I was working my job today, and people like submit claims and they send us forms and shit like that. Sometimes they just fill in bullshit for like the questions we're asking them. And like somebody said, like, okay, who was it you spoke with at the company? Unk. Guy just fucking put in unk, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I need this information from you. It's just gonna prolong your fucking case, dude.
Unk, dude.
Like,
unk.
I'm gonna send a letter, dude, to the fucking car. Like, he spoke with unk at
Sounds like ugly, dude.
Let's see. Dolly was great, young writer. I gotta get caught up.
Yeah,
Shit.
I like Dolly.
Yeah, with inflation, The Exorcist is far and away the number one R-rated movie.
Hurry up.
Ooh, 441 million, equivalent to 3.5 billion. That sounds about right. It was a massive, just juggernaut, dude. Yeah. Oh, that's Pat. Midsummer, 4 hours, Men Bad. Well, you're gonna love Possession.
Yes.
And
Pat, I cracking up, man.
I didn't care for Midsummer. It wasn't my thing. Aaron, you can get into me on Friday. Oh, fuck off.
There you go.
You got to dine me first, dude. You got to treat me like an influencer. Going to the Obsession premiere, and you got to
like dine 69. Yeah.
Weston, how you doing, brother? Sean Boyle in the house.
Hey, Sean.
As a huge Hellraiser fan, I think Brian Fuller can make the grotesque so erotic, disturbing, and beautiful simultaneously. If it has to go to someone, I'd love it to go to him. I heard Brian Fuller was working with Clive Barker. We'll see. Really? God, dude, I want them to do something, man. That Hulu Hellraiser wasn't it for me. That was just super bland. It didn't have any identity for me. I mean, some of the direct-to-video shitty sequels have more identity than the Hulu. The Hulu one was glossy and pretty and one, but it was so what's the word I'm looking for? Clinical.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah, I didn't care for it. We did a commentary for that. I had a story with Leatherface as good guy saving teens from bad cops trying to get them. Leatherface in the hood, dude.
That'd be awesome.
Rev, this is Pat. A new TCM would be a story of transition and understanding. We'll all learn we need to do better.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everybody would like embrace Leatherface because he's kind of like a trans guy, right?
Well, yeah.
He's gender bending.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Twitter came up. I'm tired of these movies like trying to teach me lessons, dude. Like, you trying to make me a better person? Will you just carve these kids up and get the fuck off? Get on with it. Twitter came up with a conspiracy theory about Tarantino only ghost directing his films and took credit when it did well, in comparison to their praise of the Obsession director being some genius.
Crazy.
Yeah. And like I said, part of me kind of feels for him a little bit because he's got a lot of pressure on him. Because look, when you make it and you kind of make it kind of fast, you get imposter syndrome, they say, right? If I was him, I would feel like a big imposter right now. Like, God, they're saying all this fucking shit. Like, I'm a fucking shit. Like, damn, wouldn't that put the heat on? Like, oh God.
Absolutely.
Like, shit, dude. I got nothing else. Like, that was it. Anyway, he's gonna go watch some more Treehouse from Horror and pick another one to, for his inspo. I love Star Wars, but I'm not sitting for 2 hours plus for a film very often. What's up, Jeff? Down is up. I binged the whole Spider Noir thing. Okay, you watched the entire Spider Noir show. It was okay. Okay, I'm still freaking curious to see it, man. Sean. Oh, speaking of Monkey Shines, did we mention that shitty movie? I don't think so, Sean. Monkey Shines. Did either of you catch Primal a month or so back? Chimp Goes Ape Shit horror flick. No, but
it's streaming. I need to watch it, man.
I do want to see it. See, I bet you there's not a lot of subtext there. I bet you it's just
it's probably fun though.
It's probably just a popcorn movie. All the subtext is probably in the tagline, which I there's a place for it.
It's gotta be better than Monkey Shines, though.
We should have Monkey Month, and we have to watch Monkey Shines.
Well, what I want to know is, Jeff, what do you think of Monkey Shines? I know you're a big Romero head. Tell us. It's terrible, right?
Oh yeah, no, seriously, down. It's not good.
Yeah, it's shit.
Minus, bootleg Peter McAllister breaking the monkey's neck with his teeth. Bootleg paraplegic Kevin McAllister's dad, Peter
Getting
McAllister,
it on with somebody. Yeah.
in the midst of the whole backrooms drama. Are you guys familiar with that? No, I don't know what the drama is. We've talked about it. We know that's kind of like a buzz movie right now. It's A24, but I don't know what's going on with it.
Well, I know it's got like an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes already. So this is going to be the new buzz. So we're going to be adding it to our list here pretty soon with another horror film that's hit the 85% mark.
Wild Wrangler, you have great taste. The Changeling is indeed amazing. I love it.
It's fantastic, man.
Look, why can't we have actors as great as the late great George C. Scott again? Guys that can do Patton, they can do Exorcist 3, and they could do Angus, and they could turn out Oscar-winning performances no matter what they do.
That Changeling box. I mean, I want to go back and rewatch that. I love, because I picked that up off of your recommendation when that thing first came out, and I was blown away, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's a great flick. Oldest movie I have in the cabinet, Dr. Caligari, 1920.
Yeah, I remember that. Dr. Caligari.
Yeah, Wild Cross-eyed, you always show up for us on our Friday morgue episodes.
Yes.
We love it, man. And it feels like I wish we knew everybody's schedule. I wish we knew I wish we could cater to all the regulars.
Yeah.
And let everybody like dance to that schedule, because I hate it, because I want to get as many of you guys in those chats as possible, because those are the best. Those Rue Morgue chats, dude, they are so much fun.
Highlight of my month, man.
And you know what? They get better and better and better. Every episode is better than the last one. The last one we did, the Evil Dead 2013.
So much fun. Yeah.
A fucking blast. Great episode.
Yeah.
Ishmael, let's get a new horror mascot character, like a new Leprechaun-esque character. Yeah, that was the thing in the 90s, doing like fantasy and grim fairy tale horror takes and shit like that, like Rumpelstiltskin. And who would you have?
I don't know. Ishmael should make us a Revival House mascot, dude. He should create a mascot for us.
Oh God, one of our listeners, Carlos Arjan, I haven't seen him in a minute, but he's in the Discord. Remember, he makes the custom figures.
Oh yeah.
He was gonna make the custom Revival House figures.
Oh, that'd be funny, dude.
I didn't have the scratch at the time because it was, a cost.
Yeah.
But I would have loved to have him on my desk, dude. Like,
that'd be so cool, man.
Don't put my comment up if you're not gonna read it, jerk. Sorry, man. I might have missed. I'm trying to get through them, dude. There's too many. I'm falling behind. There you go, Midcomer. That's pretty good.
I like it.
I'd keep that in the set. I'd use it. Pasteurized Hellraiser was the Hulu one. Yeah, I didn't like it. You mentioned Monkey Shines with my hand job from a monkey's paw joke. Oh, I did. Sorry. I regret it. I don't ever want to talk about that movie.
No, it's shit.
Fashionably late, but hello. Oh, Satan's back. What's up, Satan? How you doing, brother?
Hey.
Glad you're back. How's work? How's it going in the pits of hell?
Yes, we were talking about your favorite movie for a little bit, but yeah, I'm glad you're here.
Well, anyway, guys, it's been fun. We just felt compelled to talk about it. And like I said, we'll get into it deep on Friday about our actual thoughts on the movie, because we weren't really talking about that.
No.
But it did shine a light. It's like, all right, this bubble's got to burst.
You're talking about the hype. Yeah.
And all the toxic positivity. And like Gamer Guy mentioned earlier, you're having an opinion that's not trying to be contrarian, but an honest opinion, and you are just getting attacked like you're a Taylor Swift, like the Swifties or something, and it's ridiculous.
Not everybody has to like everything.
100%, and it's fine. I get it, dude. I got bad taste. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like some shit that's questionable.
Me too.
Yeah, Todd likes dick. I'm just kidding. No, dude, I've got lots
and
of
evil tunes.
Dude, I love. Look, yeah. See, that would be a contrarian. I'd like pull aside these like young bucks that just love. I love what A24 has been doing lately. He literally did the glasses thing when he did that, and he kind of said it like he had nothing else to say. Like,
he's stealing my glasses too. By the way, he ripped me off.
I would I would pull them aside and I would go troll mode. I'd be like, look, you got to watch Evil Tunes. You
Yeah.
kids don't get it.
Yeah.
It's basically softcore porn with animations.
Before the internet, I mean, it's cinematic porn or whatever.
Anyone seen Monkey's Magic Merry-Go-Round, new horror movie? Absolutely not. I didn't know there's so many damn fucking monkey movies, dude.
Huh.
Shit. I think we gotta have Monkey Month.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, please tune in Friday. It'll be a freaking blast. And again, we're doing something a little different. We're gonna have back-to-back weeks of Room Morgue. And so we'll be doing another Friday night at the morgue next week. And that is because we have to get synced with Living Dead Weekend, because normally it would fall on Living Dead Weekend, and we're not going to do Room Morgue on that, even though we'll be in the presence of guys like Alpha, because they'll be at Living Dead Weekend. And Todd and I do plan on recording and doing. I would love to do a stream for you guys.
Well, yeah. I think we'll do a live stream.
If we, I don't know what the connection's gonna. If we can pull it off, if we can do a hotspot, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll try and get it figured out, but we're gonna do something for you guys while we're out there. Regardless, Josh James is going to be down there, so we're going to get him involved.
Yeah.
Alpha's down there. A lot of folks are going to be down there.
Down is up going to be there. Yeah.
If any of you folks are going to be out there that haven't already said it, say hi. I'm looking forward to it, man. I feel like a little bit of a fish out of water, man, because I'm
me too.
I'm stepping into a house as a Romero fan full of like Romero hardcores that are encyclopedic in their knowledge. And so it's going to be a fun time. I've never been to an event like this where it's been this zeroed in on one like niche type of thing. So it'll be interesting, man. It's probably what it feels like to go on a Kiss cruise.
Well, I hear it's pretty old school. So it's like a lot of like kind of like Casey Crypticon we used to go to with the convention. It's not like the newer like convention style, which is good.
No, that's cool. Yeah, more free roaming, a little relaxed. That's good. Well, anyway, that's it, guys. Please like the chat. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you dug what you watched, go back and look through the archives. We've been around since 2011. There's all sorts of stuff for you guys to feast on. And we don't talk about it that much, but we have a Patreon. Anybody wants to support us, any additional, we obviously don't care. You guys are welcome regardless. A couple bucks a month, either on Patreon or YouTube membership, same perks. You get access to bonus commentaries and extra content and things like that. And plus you get to help us out as well. What else? We still have those. We have Living Dead Weekend Revival House shirts. Yep. We never talk about the store. God, we're bad salesmen. We have a store. If you want to support us, buy a the Living Dead Weekend shirt. It's got the mall map on the back. It's fucking sick. Those are going to be down obviously once Living Dead is over. And
mine comes Friday. Finally.
How have you not gotten yours already? I got mine fast.
Because my wife, she wanted a special order stuff, so I was like, I finally, I have that set. She's excited about these shirts, dude. She's been talking about these. Okay. And I got her hat and all this stuff. So Friday will be the day when I'm getting my stuff. And man, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Am I missing anything? Is there anything else I need to talk about?
No, we talked about Friday with Room Morgue stuff
we're in the middle of kind of celebrating Evil Dead. Everybody's kind of working up for Evil Dead Burn to come out. We did recently a new commentary for Evil Dead, the first Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2. We're going to make our way through all of them before this damn movie comes out, which comes out in July. So we got to get through Army of Darkness. We got to go in order. Are we not going to go in order?
Yeah, no, we got to do Army of Darkness. Then we got to do the remake. Yeah,
then we got to do the remake.
I forgot about Army.
And then we got to do Rise, of course. And
Rise.
It would be cool to do. There's no way we're going to get through the whole series of Ash vs. Evil Dead.
No.
It'd be cool to do something for it.
Yeah, we'll do an episode just talking about the series. It'd be cool.
Or maybe Todd will just make a video about a retrospective about the whole series. That'd be nice. But we'll figure it out. Anyway,
watch it. Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great night. Be safe, be well, and we will see you Friday.
See you guys.
Bye. I want to give a special thanks to our YouTube members and our patrons. If you haven't joined yet and would like to, click the link below this video and gain access to hours of bonus content. What are you waiting for?